We greet you on a fall morning at the Hartje Center, and Matt Peetz joins us for our Reedsburg School Report this week. Matt, the Hartje Center has really gone under some real remodeling projects this past summer. Let's talk about it. We're standing, I should say, in front of the Visitor Center, or the amphitheater out here. Tell us a little bit about this project.
So this project you're looking at right now, first of all, we do have some kindergarten students enjoying the Hartje Center this morning, which is really neat. The area in front of us here is the amphitheater, which needed a facelift. It's been 20 years since it was put in, and had a few things that needed to be replaced. A student of ours, a high school student, Max Hartje, and his Cub Scout group, took on the project to replace all the posts and the boards and build a new fire area here, fire pit, and also bark mulched it. So it really got a facelift in August. It was a project that he took over, and it really does look nice, and it's going to be a safe place for kids to come and sit and talk about projects or lessons that go on at the Hartje Center.
Well, I'd seen some pictures earlier of the center. Matt was at one of the school board meetings, and he explained kind of the project they went through. It took them actually, about a couple weeks to get it done, right?
Yeah, it was a multi-day project, and he did a great job of coordinating the effort with, getting adults here to help when needed, some equipment that they needed to bring in, and ultimately just coordinating who's going to do what work and how it gets done. But yeah, I think it was a 3 to 4 day adventure, all-day adventure for them to get this project completed. But you did a great job.
Yeah, they even took some of the posts out and had to replant them, and because they were rotten basically on the bottom, and now we've got a beautiful, beautiful center here to keep things kind of on a straight and narrow, and we go from there. Now let's talk a little bit about some of the other things that we're going to be looking at here in just a couple of minutes at the Hartje Center.
Yeah, so a couple of things I'd like to just point out. The rains that we had a few weeks ago caused a lot of damage to the Hartje Center that needed to be repaired. We had extensive damage to our trails, not only in the area that you're looking at right now, but throughout the whole Hartje Center. So it took a coordinated effort. Don Leatherberry and I talked immensely about how we're going to get the trails fixed and making repairs that last for many years, not just patching it for this year. So what that entailed is putting in several culverts along the trail to divert the water when we do get rain. And then I know we had upwards of 30 truckloads of mulch brought in and spread. So that got seeded down with grass seed as well. So right now I see a lot of grass popping up, which will ultimately prevent that erosion from happening down the road. So a lot of improvements. That took a long time. I know Nicole Brewer was an important person that helped out getting some high school students out here to help rake in spots, but coordinated effort between a lot of people to get this area safe to not only run cross-country events on, but just for our kids to be out here and experience the outdoors.
And you mentioned Nicole Brewer, of course. She is the cross-country coach now, isn't she?
Yep, the girls cross-country coach.
Yeah, and they've been doing real well.
Yeah, they've been having a success.
They've been having a great season, basically. Yep. And that's just one of the other aspects, that we have this beautiful facility that was donated by Virgil Hartje and the family, the Hartje family out here. A lot of schools don't have a facility like this, right? Yeah,
so the Hartje Center is it's a great place that kids in our district can use, and it's an awesome asset that we have. It's definitely a place that we want to see used a lot by our students, and have a safe experience when they're out here.
Yeah, I know. Come sugar maple time, this place will be really packed, won't it?
Yeah, so we're going on year 4 of doing our maple syrup project, where all the 4th graders come out and participate. And they get to tap a tree, collect the sap, and boil it and help boil it down to make syrup. So yeah, our sugar house is going on year 2 of having that constructed and used. It's a great place for kids to come and explore and get hands-on learning.
Now you have, when the sugar time comes, of course, you have a lot of extra helpers out here, like Bill Klang and, as you said, Mr. Leatherberry, and we see Gary Williams in the background, and he does a lot of video out here. We see all kinds of different creatures and animals out here, don't we?
Yeah. It's a great place to come and explore.
Yeah. We're going to move on to another new improvement out here at the Matt. We're by the new bathroom area that was recently donated in part from the Hartje Foundation, and tell us what this means to the center as far as when you bring kids out here.
Yeah, it's just a nice addition. I know we had restrooms here in the past. This restroom complex is heated, so there's obviously an area that has flush toilets now. And then on the back side there's a concession area that we're able to store concessions and run a concession stand when the cross-country meets are out here.
Now, tell us. This is used, as we said, for the cross-country team and everything. But this, with this new addition of this building, this will make you have extra days that you can actually use it in the fall and in the wintertime, right? Yeah,
for this facility, I mean, it's heated, so it's never going to be, needing to be shut down for the year. The Hartje Center is used year-round, but it's going to be a nice area that we can have kids use and run different things out of the concession area too, and just take full advantage of the new building. It's a great addition.
We talked about cross-country skiing and everything. Tell us a little bit about, is it open 365 days a year? Or as I guess you mentioned that it is open year-round, but what does a person have to do if they want to come out here and, say, either snowshoe or cross-country ski? Yeah,
if they want to use it, it's open to the public. It's a community facility, so they can come out here and cross-country ski and enjoy the trails. I know Jerry Griffin comes out and grooms the trails and keeps those up to date once the snow flies. Let's hope it's not too soon, but we do enjoy the winter activities out here, and encourage everyone to come out. Just go for a hike or snowshoe or cross-country ski with your family. Great place to explore.
Well, we moved around to the other side of the bathrooms and the concession stand. Matt, tell us a little bit about this concession stand, how often that gets used, and is it available to, say, general public?
So the concession stand area, this is the first year it's been obviously constructed, this building. So the concession stand is used primarily for sporting events, and it will be open to sell a variety of different items during that time. We haven't decided whether or not we'll have it open at other times of the year, but right now for sporting events it will be open, or other large events it'll be able to be used. We do have a sink back here and a refrigerator that we can store things in. So it's a nice addition to this facility, just to obviously have more options for use out here.
Like you said, the cross-country team makes use of it, and it's open during cross-country matches and things like that, right?
Yeah, and it's a great venue. If you stand from up here and kind of look down over, it's an elevated area. It's a neat place to view the event from, and obviously it's a nice addition to have for us to use as well. So
now we've got a couple of other classes that have joined us, so we'll maybe pan around that way and talk about some of the things that these children possibly are doing out here today.
Yeah, just Miss Burkle's classes out here with Miss Herschelub's kindergartners, and they're exploring and doing different activities with Mr. Williams. A lot of different lessons that go on, from just exploring in the woods to more formal lessons with objectives that are clearly splayed out. But as you can see, kids work together on a variety of things out here.
Looks like they're trying to move that big rock down there right now, and it's going to take all three of those plus maybe four or five kids to kind of move it. Hope they and as you mentioned, as we look over the far area, here at the Hartje Center that there's a lot of different things that can happen out here, and is that basically where the cross-country runners go through?
Yeah, so this is the starting point for the cross-country events, and they come back through here as a finishing gate as well. So yeah, this great venue from right here, great vantage point. I know we added this area for a ramp for people to easily get up to the concession area. So this is kind of this is a new addition, so it's not as steep for people to get up here. But just overall, a neat venue and a nice addition for the Hartje Center to have a building like this.
Yeah, there's no question about it. And in the wintertime, of course, that's got to be a nice area to ski in also, right?
Yeah, the ski trails go right through here. We have a groomed trail, like I said before, and yeah, it goes right through this area, and it's a great place to come and explore at any season.
Yeah, I know Gary Williams uses this quite often for a lot of his programs that he airs here on Channel 11, and he shoots a lot of stuff out here, and it's interesting some of the pictures that we see that he comes back with.
Yeah, you bet. So there's a lot of people that are involved with the Hartje Center. I know Gary Williams is. Amy Workman is a teacher at the high school. It's going to be taking over, a lot of the scheduling of events and planning curriculum. I know we have some important work that's going on next week to start building a school forest plan, and she's involved with that. But yeah, she's an important player as well as Gary, and all our teachers come out here and get involved.
Yeah, Joyce Johnson, of course, was in charge of the Hartje Center with it for quite a few years, and now, as you said, Amy's going to be taking that over.
Yep.
Anything else we want to talk about the Hartje Center? Is it available for rent, like for a private party or something?
At this time, we haven't determined what that will look like. So that's in the process of being developed. If there is a possibility, we'll let people know.
Okay, and how would they go about going that? Just actually call the school district and try and get in touch with you?
Yeah, and we'll, part of the school forest plan will be, the use of the facility and how you would go about using it if we're going to have a procedure for doing that. So
now, Matt, you moved over to South School, and you're going to be the one that's going to close it up, right?
Yeah, I'll be there. We're sharing memories this year, which is really neat. I've learned a lot about the school over at South School, and a lot of really good memories people have that are just starting to share those with me. Teachers, parents. It's just a neat thing. So yeah, we'll be probably back here doing this at South School eventually towards the end of the year, talking about that building. Some historical things were there. Obviously, this is the last year it will be used as a school building, but there's a lot of fond things that we can talk about.
A lot of memories in the building is for sure. And at one time I can remember whenever there was a public program, it was in that little gym that's there still today, which is used for all the gym classes and everything at South School. And that's what we will do. We will do a documentary basically on some of the things that's been used for, because I know there's a lot of groups that have used that in the past, and the old Settlers Club always met there, and that February Saturday when the full moon's out or something like that, they always had a thing. Anything else you want to add about the Hartje Center and in general about South School?
No, just come out here and enjoy it. It's a great resource that the district has, and the community. I encourage everyone to come out and take a hike around and check out the new trails and explore with your family.
Yeah, it's a great resource and a great project here at the Hartje Center. We've been visiting today on our Reedsburg School Report with Matt Peetz from South School, and we're out here visiting at the Hartje Center on LC11 on the Reedsburg and Laval cable system.